I read the last line of this?
No!
What is it?
Psycho!
Okay.
Where's my phone?
Right behind you, but.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh,
that's embarrassing. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be doing a 24-hour readathon with some friends slash family. This is my sister Katie, and this is my cousin Nina. But we are all going to be talking about the different books that we're going to be reading. Nina and I both have 4 books that we're gonna try and get through, and Katie has 2. It's okay. I don't have anything to say. I can't even defend myself. It is currently 12:08 on
December 28th.
Or December 28th. This readathon technically started 8 minutes ago. We're a little bit behind, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, so like I said, I have 4 books that I am hoping to get through. So one of my first options, this is not my bookmark, that is yours. This is
that's
not
mine.
That is yours. I think mine is still in the car. That's sad. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the first book that I have is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I actually have read this book already, but I don't remember it, and I really want to get through this series, so I thought about possibly rereading it during this 24 hours. Not sure about it though. I also have Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna McGuire. I read Every Heart a Doorway over the summer and really loved it, and I feel like short books is always a good option for me for 24 hours so that I can get through things faster, and I feel like it just helps me feel like I'm reading a lot more. It keeps me motivated, so I added this one. I also have Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. I originally bought this book because the 2 of the characters in this book are my parents' names. So my dad's name is Josh, my mom's name is Lauren, and Josh and Lauren are the perfect couple. Obviously, Lauren dies in this book. That's part of the synopsis. I didn't spoil it. She dies, and he has to learn to like find love and do life without her, and so I feel like it's gonna be a really, really sad but also really cute story. So I have this as an option.
You can imagine the Lauren who dies as mom.
No,
But it's fine.
and then I also have Hidden Pictures by Jason Reculak. I don't know how to say this. I just picked this up today, but it's basically about a girl who gets a babysitting gig with a 5-year-old, and this 5-year-old is really into drawing. He loves to draw different pictures and stuff, and as he starts to draw, his drawings start to get a little bit more sinister and kind of suspicious, and she's starting to realize that he could have either witnessed a murder or heard someone talking about a murder, and so she basically starts investigating all of these pictures, and it even includes his drawings in here, which I think is so fun instead of trying to explain them, but like we actually get to see this kid's drawings, so seems like it's gonna be fun. So those are my 4.
I also have 4 books. This is my top pick, Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I really don't know much of what it's about, but I'm excited to read it. And then I have The Unhoneymooners, also by Christina Lauren. I got this one from Target so long ago, and I still haven't read it, so I need to read it. And then I have Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Is that what
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think I started this book like back in the summer, and I got like maybe a chapter in. And then It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover is my last pick, only because I don't really remember a lot from It Ends With Us, and I started reading the first page of this, but it starts off like right where It Ends With Us ends, and I don't really remember, so this is like my last pick.
I only have 2 books because I haven't read since, when was the last time I read a book?
A long time ago.
Months, years, no I'm just kidding. But I have Near the Bone by Christina Henry. I still don't know which one of my books I'm reading first, but apparently this one's good, and it hooks you on page 1. That's the only reason I'm reading it. And then The Push by Ashley Audrain.
Yeah.
No idea.
I think.
A mother and her daughter and her other daughter.
No, I think it's a daughter and a son.
Oh,
It's
a mother
2
and her
kids.
daughter and her other
Kid.
child.
All right. Okay, does everybody know what they're starting with? Okay, so you're starting with Love in Other Words. What are you starting with?
Near the Bone.
Okay, and I'm going to start with Hidden Pictures. So it is 12:12. I will try to update you.
Wow.
Update you.
That was good.
Update you guys frequently throughout this 24 hours, and we will see how successful this ends up being. Hopefully, this will be a good one. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try to keep this quick because my battery's definitely about to die, but I just finished Hidden Pictures. I'm giving this 5 stars. I loved this book. Even when I thought I knew what was going on, I was wrong. And this is definitely gonna be like a new favorite of mine. This was incredible. So, so good. But I am not tired. It is 4:44. And this Red Bull is really working, let me tell you, because I am to the point where I am so awake that I'm like trying to convince my sister to stay awake because she woke up for a minute, and I'm trying to convince her, just stay awake with me, this is fun. So that's how this is going. I think I'm going to start Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. Oh, my battery's flashing at me, but I really want to read this one. I think it's gonna be really good, so we're gonna start it. Let's go. Okay, you guys, I don't even know what time it is, to be honest. It's 6:50, almost 7 a.m. And I'm on page 144 of Pack of the Moon, and to be honest, I'm just kind of bored. Like, I really am. The idea is cute, but I feel like it's just dragging along. And I'm at a point where I don't care to know what happens. I don't care to finish the book. Like, we haven't even gotten through the synopsis yet. And it's kind of frustrating me the more I think about it. So, I'm gonna DNF this book. I just don't, no, I don't love it. So right now, I have these 2 books as an option because I'm staying at my grandmother's house and I'm gonna have to go back to my house in a couple of hours to feed my bunnies and all of that. So I figured I could maybe read this and then get a new book once I'm home. So I think I'm gonna read this one.
There's Janelle. How do you zoom in? Can you zoom in?
This little trigger.
This thing?
Yeah. Pull it.
Oh.
Guys, I've been such a good wife the past few days. I've been like cleaning, keeping up with all my stuff. Like, look. Hello, you guys. So it is 11:08. I ended up falling asleep around 7 a.m. and I didn't wake up until 10. I had the opportunity to wake up at 8 and 9, but I just didn't wake up until 10. I just needed the reboot. So I've had 3 hours of sleep. I'm having a matcha latte, and honestly, I'm feeling like refreshed. Like, I feel a lot better. I was just getting so woozy, and I was to the point where I wasn't even understanding what I was reading. So I planned to just go to bed for like an hour, but that didn't work. Wow. So, because no one, well, my sister tried to wake me up, but she was leaving, so I would have been up by myself again. But I am reading Down Among the Sticks and Bones. I thought that this was going to start with the kids we left off with in the last book, but it's kind of taking a different route, so that's kind of interesting. But I'm on page 18, so not super far through this. I'm glad that I have a short book on here though, because I've lost like 3 hours of time, which is kind of sad, but I need to continue reading this. And I do have some errands to run today. Like, I have to go to the feed store to get some hay for my bunnies. I have to go to the grocery store to get some things. I really need to go to the craft store because I have to get some, I've been wanting to get some brush pens for my bullet journal, so I'm gonna see if they have any, like if they're having any sales or anything. Yeah, then we have to go back to my notes because Katie's books are there, so she can't even read right now. So I was going to see if Down Among the Sticks and Bones is on Scribd. I'm pretty sure it is actually, because I read Every Hearted Doorway. Yes, it is. So maybe I will listen to this while I'm out, because it'll take me the audiobook is going to end up being 2 hours if I listen to it on 2 times speed. So I can get through this pretty quickly. And then A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I don't know. No, they do not have it, but I don't think I'm in the mood for it. So I think I'm going to end up picking a whole new book after I finish this one. So again, not sure what, but something. But for now, I need to talk with Jonathan and see if he wants to come with me to all of my places or not. But I will let you guys know what the plan is. Okay, you guys, so it is 4:33. I also realized that I never mentioned what happened to my cousin and my sister. My sister is actually currently sleeping behind me. She's not anymore. And then my cousin had some stuff that she had to go do today, but she should be going back to my grandmother's house tonight. I think we're all going to stay the night at my grandmother's house again tonight. You'll get a reading update from her later, I guess. But I just finished Down Among the Sticks and Bones. This took me a lot longer than I wanted it to read, but we just kind of had a bunch of stuff to do today, and I also am like insanely tired. Like, I've never run on this much sleep ever, I don't think, and I'm feeling it, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I did enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Every Hearted Doorway. I am really loving these books though. I felt like this one, like towards the end, got a little bit weird. I don't know, some of the phraseology I didn't like. There's that. But I also felt like this one, I don't know, this just didn't like hit the mark for me like Every Hearted Doorway did. So I am also confused. Is this supposed to be like a continuation of the same kids? Like, are all of these kids going to connect at some point at the end, or are these just little different stories? If someone knows, please let me know, because I'm not really sure about this. But I need to pick a new book. So I was working on my bullet journal, by the way, which is why I'm sitting at my desk. And I have a little bit more in my bullet journal to do, but not enough to like get a whole other audiobook.
No, stop.
Katie is definitely sick and does not feel good, so she is sleeping. I couldn't tell you what kind of book I'm feeling. I feel like I want to do just like a quick thriller or something, and the only one I'm thinking that I could get through pretty quickly is either 7 Dirty Secrets, which I've heard nothing about ever. But it just seems like one of those ones that could be like really quick, probably super cheesy, but also super quick. And then thought about One of Us is Lying too, because I have not read this one. I have started this one, I think. But I don't know, I feel like a thriller is gonna be the best thing for me because I need something like fast paced to get through. I'm just trying to like find all of my thrillers. So I feel like this could be an option. 7 Dirty Secrets could be an option. I have been wanting to read Dissolving Classroom by Junji Ito, so maybe I'll read this really quick. Just kind of like help me feel a little bit more productive. Let's just, you know what? Let's just read the manga and then we'll determine where we're gonna go for the rest of the time. So I'm gonna read Dissolving Classroom and then I will get back to you. Okay, so it's currently 6:47. Katie and I are sitting outside of a restaurant because we were picking up food for my grandparents and us. And I don't have much of this readathon left, but I did bring 2 books with me while we sit here and wait because we're gonna be waiting for like 30 minutes on the food. But I have 7 Dirty Secrets like we talked about, but then I also thought about reading The Shadow Between Us, because it's also a really short one. So I think I'm gonna read the first chapter of both of these and figure out which one sounds more interesting. Do you have Katie's sick, so
Doing better, okay? I'm on, hold on, this is embarrassing. I'm literally on page 66. I left off on 65 at like 3 a.m. last night and just haven't gotten a chance to read, but I've been sick, so I that's my excuse. I've been in pain, so
yeah, I'm gonna read a chapter from both of these and then figure out which one we are going to stick with for the rest of the readathon. Okay, it's 9:09, everybody. I didn't give you guys an update on Dissolving Classroom. That's what it's called. I'm giving that 1 star. I didn't like it. It's kind of stupid, and that's about it. I also didn't really like the whole like satanic thing. I'm not about that stuff, so it just was not for me. I decided to pick up The Shadow Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. I'm currently on page 98, and let me tell you, I am feeling the 3 hours of sleep at this point. I'm so tired. I so badly just want to go to sleep, but I'm so close to having the most successful readathon I've ever had, so I just can't bring myself to sleep. I will be able to sleep peacefully once I finish this book. Luckily, I still have 3 hours to read 200 pages, so that should be fairly simple, I feel like, hopefully. Let's just hurry up and finish this book and get to sleep. Hello you guys, so I am here to close out the readathon, but I wanted to give a quick recap of everything that we read. I was gonna pull them off my shelves, but I already see some that are just in a really tough spot, so we're not gonna do that. The first book that I read was Hidden Pictures, which I gave 5 stars. I absolutely loved that one. Highly recommend it if you're really into thrillers and all of that good stuff. It was super, super good. And then after that, I read Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins, and I ended up DNFing that. I just felt like it was really slow and kind of boring. I just felt like it was really boring and really slow, so I just couldn't do it. I got to page like 140 something, I think. It's just not my kind of book, so. What is the next thing that I read, Katie?
You had the audiobook with?
Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, the next book that I read is Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna McGuire. I ended up giving that one 3 stars. I thought it was pretty good. It just didn't interest me as much as the first book. I don't know, I didn't like some of the phrases at the end of the book. They were just kind of weird. So that one just, you know, I mean, it was okay. Like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything special. And then I read The Dissolving Classroom by Junji Ito. Gave that one 1 star. I really did not like that one. I just felt like all of the stories were just, I don't know. I just didn't love it. I just thought it was like stupid, to be honest. And I also didn't like the whole like Satan thing. I'm not a huge fan of Satan. Satan's not my thing. So yeah, didn't love that. And then I did finish The Shadow Between Us, and I ended up giving that one, what did I rate that one? I think I gave this one 3.5 stars, which I didn't update you guys on at all, but I ended up giving 3.5 stars. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't anything special, again, but it did keep my attention, and I did have a pretty good time with it. But I ended up reading 5 books in 24 hours, which is crazy. I'm super, super proud of myself. That's my personal best. And I'm really proud of myself for staying up all night. But yeah, that's everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one.